Today, exercise topic is about rich and poor mindset. Yes, so let's begin. So most absolute idea is go to school, get a job, work hard, and save money, get an update, and invest for the long term. In see why when bring children of dollar. The gap between the 1% and 99 is massive. The gap between you see it's not just money. You have to step back and look at the bigger picture. So what do you do? Yes. In every one of us there are a poor person. There's still a poor person inside me. There's also a middle class person. As a middle class person wants security. They want just study bad check. And they are rich person. And they all inside of us inside that. It's not taught. If you taught to go to school, get a job, and get a paycheck, you not taught how to get rich. It's rich that poor might refuse to pay me. It says a paycheck, one of the most damaging things you can check in your life. It says the moment you check a paycheck, you are an employee, and that's the mindset. So my rich that never paid me. It drove me poor that no you a government employee. You got to pay people. You got to pay people. And rich dads were not saying just buy check were bad. He said he doesn't want to be a slave to money. So as an entrepreneur, you know if it that's folded, I just try another company. I don't make a paycheck. I don't need anybody to check it up me. If my government doesn't like me, I move to another country because I need an entrepreneur. So the entrepreneur is not so much business. It really is a mindset and skill set and the different set of rules. You see, I don't operate small business. Just not open in the same rule as business. Entrepreneur is a mindset first, a skill set, and rules. And depending upon whether you are an employee or small business, the rules are different. The mindset are different, skill sets are different. It could say one to somebody who's never been an entrepreneur, as I think about making the leap of fail into become to interview. What could you tell them? Well, I just tell them the same thing that happened to me. You know, my last paycheck, I still remember it clearly. It was one of the worst and the best day of my life. And I was in Puerto Rico. I was working for Seashark. And my boss gave me my last. It wasn't a paycheck, it was a permanent check. I think about 30,000 cents. So I got the check and I went, holy moly. You know I mean, so I was excited. But I was so distributed. And so this other guy came up and to me, his name was John. And John said to me that, you're going to bed. He said, because you're going to fail. I looked at him and said, look, for fail a little work, because that what he did, he let Sarah fail and he come back. I said, look, you fail and you come back, but I'm going to fail and never come back, and that's the attitude. Do you know what I mean? Yes, if you say, well, if I fail and I go back to mommy and daddy, then that's what you do. So if you fail, that's when you become an entrepreneur, because I had no money. I had no money for years. Yes, I didn't have a paycheck. But that's what my rich dad encouraged me to do. He says when you don't have a paycheck, you get hungrier, smarter, and instead of your character. Will you become a crook? Will you become a dishonor? Will you cheat or steal? Or will you become a better human being. So really that's the benefit of becoming an entrepreneur. You really find out who you are when you don't have anything. So you always have to look at the big picture. To many people look at, well, what's going to happen to me, and when you look at the big picture, you also going to know then when something bad happens, something good is going to happen, but you got to prepare for whatever is coming. If you think the next 20 years like we realized the last 20 years, you're going to get cream. You know, when you and I go to back and we market, we buy a carton of milk, we always check for the expiration day. But most people don't want check for the expiration day of the brand. Instead of getting out of that, I getting into bed. I just refinanced 300 million in debt. I went from 5% to 2.5%. Every month more money comes in because my cost of money has gone down. So why some financial experts are saying get the update, I'm saying learn how to use debt. So when I come back from serving in Vietnam in January of 73, and the first thing my rich dad said to me is that go to school to learn how to invest in real estate. It's equal real estate is equal how to use debt and taxi. Debt and taxi makes the rich richer. Debt and taxi makes the poor and the middle class poorer. So all the rich guys who are doctor, lawyers, or you know, those guys are getting creamed, and they don't know why doctors are getting creamed. Oh yes, they're making more money, but the take home is easy. You know, my daughter just make, hey, happy. He said, oh my God, I found my million day. And I said, yes, this is just 3 weeks ago. And so I said, yes, well, how much you charge to give for taxi? He said, 750,000 taxi. That's not bad. But when I met a million buck, I keep a million buck. As the reason is because I don't make by working for money. So if you work for money, your math shows that what lesson is written is rich don't work for money. What we do instead is create business an entrepreneur. We acquire real estate. I don't invest in the stock market. So the reason is because as entrepreneur I have more control over my income. How much I make and how much I pay in taxes. And because I'm an entrepreneur, I create an investor in real estate. I pay zero tax. So every time I make let's say $1 million at an entrepreneur, immediate invest is really estate and I had a 4-to-1 status. So I put $1 million in real estate. So I get 4 million, yes. I give money to Japan, but yes, I give my money to Japan. Yes, I give my million to Japan. Yes, I yes. So that reason so I give my money to Japan. So that is reason I lost Japan. Yes. uh, but bank are growing every reporting age. You know trouble, but it's good for me. I thought you said when you bring it's good for you, but when you bring it bad for people. Wow. Because when you bring cyber get cream and people who work for money get cream. When they bring data get free. You see that and taxi makes rich richer. And that and taxi makes poor middle class poorer. When we have absolute idea, we get absolute reason. So what happened for the more people? The idea of going to school, getting a job, working hard, saving money, getting up debt, paying the house because it's a asset and interest for a long term is absolutely. The world had changed. The world changed in 1971 when President Nixon took it off the gold standards and money became debt. What if we get rid of school? Then what would happen? Would it be better if we had no education system at all? No, I'm saying education was more important before. It's just absolute. You know there are more laws which say information double every 18 months. In other words, everything is absolute 18 months. So, and this is a recent phenomenon. So when you come out of school, it's really better. As you know, I meet my friend. I went to Harvard. Yes, I went to Harvard. So that was how long? 50 years ago. Today, Japan are charging you interest to save money. In other words, Japan don't want your money because they printed too much of it. And that's why the border and stalker and people in real estate are of this. People are turning the cash because, as I said in here, several are loser and cash is threat. And that people are well, I want a high paying item. We use that absolute idea. Get out of that. You should learn how to get in debt and how to use that to get rid. And they never teach you about that. The reason one person is way up here and another person is going this way. Because when you bring money, two things happen. Inflation and taxes. It's crushing them. And any entrepreneur starting on going out to family and start a business and make a lot of business. I made a lot of money because that's what he talked about. They really have got to smell the roots, man. And you know that's not what the real entrepreneurs are doing. Most entrepreneurs, there are 29 million small business owners in America. 24 million are one person entrepreneur. They call non-employed entrepreneur. So because that's what happens when people don't really understand what an entrepreneur does. Small people are self-employed, but they are not really entrepreneurs. The self-employed pay the highest tax of all, and nobody tells them that. Yes, it's also called the entrepreneur spirit. But what we actually checking something was certain at the bad economy. You know, though eternally, you and I, we are an eternal economy. But we also have an internal economy. And the willpower is to change the internal economy. So for me, I can see the good, I can see the bad, and don't really give a damn. Because I'm going to be rich anyway. But a poor person with a poor personal economy, all they're going to see is bad economy. Because they don't know how to make money in any economy. And a middle class person, they have middle class economy. You know what they want is a nice house, a steady paycheck, a job, and the car. And so when you check the job, acquire to them such disaster. Well, seeing an entrepreneur doesn't have a job or anyway, it's no big idea. So all I'm saying to people is what Bucky further taught me. There's always two sides. You know what I mean. You know to give Bruno as minimum too. So if you think the economy is bad, it's because economy is bad. If you think that steady, you know, employee, and then you see economy with your jobs, the economy, whereas the external economy, where you control, I control internal focus. versus an eternal focus. So the real entrepreneur has an eternal focus. But if they fall down, they say, oh, this is good, because I'm going to go up higher. You know, the average person, yes, yes, you know, the average person will fall down and say, I'm going to test some pizza, or somebody has a meat test, or the meat test don't matter well. The matter it means you didn't know something. But a real entrepreneur, whether they fall down or they go, they always go, they can speed up. That no matter what happened to that, they got stronger, better, smarter, and happier. But a person with a weak internal mindset is that they are so afraid of what happened, it generally happen. Like, you know, people who are afraid of losing, they generally lose their job. No doubt, so every come to you, yes. So the entrepreneur first job is control inside me, out, not outside there. The moment you check that by check you unemployed, you got to be strong than that. It's about inside control. That is all my speech.